This week's video is sponsored by Squarespace. Oh, hello everybody, and welcome to another video. I'm here with a good friend. If I can get this DJ, if I can get this Osmo to work properly. there he is. I'm here with Mr. Barnum. Brian often comes over to annoy me. It's about the only socializing I get once a month. Once a month, Karen lets me out of the house and lets me socialize with Brian. He's the only friend that I have.
Billionaire, mate.
We've come down to an area that we've been to many times in the past. It's a beach. It's just off Craig Bay, which is in Parksville. It's on the east side of Vancouver Island, and it's a nice little area that I like to come to with all these taphany rock patterns. I've done a number of videos here. It's funny because it's a beautiful spot, but it's really hard to get images here. The sun is just going down, and it's just skimming. If I can get this gimbal to work properly. Okay, after mucking about for some time, I finally got the gimbal to work. But you can see the wonderful light on these ridges here. So I'm just photographing those, and actually Brian's stealing my comp again. But no, it's beautiful. I think I can get maybe a 4x5 or a square format. Actually, I better take it really quick because it looks like the sun's going to go any minute now. So, and I'm not including the ocean in this one. So I want to include this rock back here. You can just see there's a bit of light on that, and we're just about to lose it. And like that, the sun has gone down. I was really hoping that we'd get some bit of color on the clouds behind us here, and they do have a nice little tinge on them, bit of pink on there, but there's nothing above us, so I'm not sure if we're going to get much more color than this. It's looking quite nice and pink over in this direction over here. I don't know. Anyway, just to keep going with this, I've decided to try a composition here that I think works quite well. It's too bad I didn't find this earlier when it had a bit more light on it. But this time of year, I don't know if you guys recall, last year I did a video where I came to this area and there was all kinds of, I guess it's like algae. That's why the rocks are quite slippery this time of year. So we have the yellows and oranges and greens, and it's really lightened up these rocks that are generally quite dark during the summer. But because of this algae, they're very bright. So they do reflect a bit more light this time of year. So I'm going to take some shots of this composition anyway, because I think there's enough detail in there and enough light to bring out those details. Okay, so now for this particular image, what I really loved about this composition was this, obviously this boulder here has some nice interest to it, but I really love the curve of these lines here. So this boulder curves into this area here. There's some really interesting rock patterns in here as well. This acts kind of as a stopper to this side of the frame, and then this boulder here and this boulder here, as I look through this, they kind of fill the frame but don't do it in an objectional way. This tends to be the brightest area, and then this area is quite bright, and then to my eye it kind of sweeps around here. Now this is 16:9. The image will be slightly wider than this, so I have included the island back here and then some of the mainland in the background. Unfortunately, we've lost the color, so I'm hoping that this composition will come through in the final image and hold the photograph together.
I want to take this opportunity to thank Squarespace for continuing to support my channel and sponsoring this week's video. My favorite feature of my Squarespace website is the ability to quickly and efficiently update a gallery or page from my desktop computer or on the fly using the Squarespace app from my smartphone. Loading multiple images onto a page is quick and allows changing a page or design quickly and elegantly without any coding knowledge. Sound interesting? Why not head on over to squarespace.com and try it for free? If you like the platform, use the code AdamGibbs for 10% off your first purchase.
Well, good morning, everybody. Oh, another beautiful day on the east coast of Vancouver Island. Brian and I have come back out to the rocks that we were at yesterday. We were hoping to get some nice colour in the sky with the sunrise, but as always, lots of cloud to the east and no cloud to the west. So the sun has pretty much been blocked up until this point. Okay, not what I was expecting. I was hoping to photograph the rocks, but I found these absolutely wonderful patterns in this log, and I think the reason why they're so well defined is because there's some frost out this morning, so that the edges of these little ridges here are fringed with frost, so they have these great patterns, and it's all the way along this this log here. So I think I'm going to see what I can find on this for now. It really is beautiful. And the light's quite nice on it as well. You'll notice that it's got some definition to it. There's ambient light on the right side, and then there's a bit of shadow on the left. So it does have some shape to it. I might have to focus stack a little bit. I am including the whole section here, so of course it drops off. So I'll just do two stacks. I'll focus one image on the edge here, and then one in the middle there. Should be enough, f16 or something like that. Okay, I've been wandering around for quite some time. It's funny, every time I come to this area, it looks really cool, but I do have a hard time with it. And I think one of the problems with it for me is that all of these boulders that are kind of behind me here, they're all kind of at the same height. So if you're looking down on one really cool one, there's another one behind it that isn't so cool, kind of interrupts the composition. The tide is coming in, which is, I think, beneficial in this case, but we'll see how it goes. I seem to have more luck when there's water's higher. Right now I'm photographing the scene right behind me here, and what I like about it are the textures down in the foreground here. Brian and I were looking at them earlier. There's some oranges in there and greens, and then just over to the right there's a boulder that has a nice reflection, and you can see the sky reflected in there. So I'm hoping that I can pull that off. I am using a Case 10 stop ND, so I really want to smooth out that water. Again, I don't think it's beneficial to have the texture in there, but of course many people will disagree with me. I just love that contrast between the hard-edged objects and the ocean.
Well, once again, we come to the end of another video. Thank you ever so much for watching this week's installment. I really appreciate it. And if you did enjoy it, please be sure to leave a thumbs up. That's always appreciated. If you'd like to support my channel in other ways, I currently have a new book in the works called Land and Light. It's open for pre-sales, which helps with the printing of that book. So be sure to head on over to my website for Adam Gibbs Photography merch and also workshops. Thank you very much, everybody. Until next time, bye-bye.